Okay, hello and welcome back to these daily vlogs. So today is the 4th of February 2019. This is Monday, but I have to do yesterday's vlog as well, which was the 3rd of February 2019. NoFap day 121. I have a lot of stuff to cover. That's all I care about now. I do care about getting my message out there, of course, yes, but I do need resources big time, especially like I've met someone online and I need resources to move where they are and to, not provide for them, but like have a decent life. But yeah, I have to find a job, I have to find a better job, and I have to get my finger out and make moves. And yeah, I've been talking to that person online. She doesn't want to be, she wants to remain anonymous for now, so, we were talking there. We talked this morning for 3 hours. This is Tuesday I'm talking about, but I'll get back to Monday later. I didn't really do much Monday, this is Monday, what am I talking about? Sunday. So, Sunday and this is Monday. So, Monday today, I talked with her like for 3 hours this morning. It was a good talk. We were nervous at first, obviously, but settled into it, and she told me a lot about her past and, friends and things she's been through, and yeah, I can relate a lot. A lot of similar experiences, and not exactly the same, obviously, but she lives in another country. I'm either going to have to move there, we're both going to have to move somewhere, or she's going to have to move here. It'll be a while, it'll be a couple of months anyway, at least probably after I get my nose fixed, which is April 23rd, so May or June. She has exams in June, so it's probably going to be after. So I've got a long wait, unfortunately, which kind of sucks, but I can keep up my NoFap till then, and I'm keeping up my NoFap for 1 year, 100%. That's probably the main reason why I'm in the situation I'm in, and I didn't go for opportunities when I was younger. I ignored opportunities. I let them pass me by. I let my passions pass me by. I thought about things too much. I didn't do them. I let my potential slide. I let it slide. At 31 years old, what can you really do? You just have to take every opportunity you can at this age, and it doesn't really matter. I mean, you're going to die one day. What's the point of caring too much about anything? It's like nothing really matters, and at the end of the day, does it really matter? It's all a test. It's all a game. The game of life. Play it or don't play it. I didn't play it for years, so I paid the price for not playing the game. If you don't play the game, you don't get anything. You have to play the game. But that doesn't mean you have to play games with other people. You can be yourself. You can be true to yourself. You can help others be true to themselves, and you can help others who are in the same situation as yourself, and that's what I want to do, and that's why I want to get my message out there down the line. And hopefully I'm established by then with my online girlfriend as proper in real life girlfriend. She's probably going to go to university though. She's 22 at the moment, but she never went to university. I don't know. I hope she's alright with me telling this, but she's going to go to university, probably study languages for 3 years. So I don't know how that's going to work out with me. I mean, she doesn't expect me to support her or anything because I don't have money anyway, so she knows that. I'm going to be broke after I get this fixed, as I said, so I'm going to have to come into money somehow. So you just got to take every opportunity that comes your way, and even if it's exposure, so it's going to get your name out there, and it's for the wrong reasons maybe, but it's what my life is. So I have to be honest with what my life is. It's just how it is, and what happened. I mean, mental health problems led me to the path I am, where I ended up. And yeah, if you saw me in bad light, you'd see that I'm not actually as good looking as you think I am. This is good light. Anyone can look good in good light, like anybody, almost anybody. What is your true self? In different light, you look different. I'm not wearing makeup. I'm not using filters. I'm not hiding these spots, though they do look worse in other light. I know they look bad. This one looks bad here, but enough about looks. I know. Keep going on about looks. That's the only problem now. I have a girlfriend. I wish I had money so I could just go see her now. So badly. I wish I was like a millionaire. I could just go see her now. That's the only problem now, is money. And I wasted so much money. I invested money into stupid things like cryptocurrency. I lost like $5,000 to cryptocurrency. Got scammed out of Nano. just dumb. And then I spent thousands on World of Warcraft buying mounts and stuff, buying achievements, and just total stupidity. Buying pixels for money. It's a joke. Like, spent so much money on Hearthstone as well, like all those card packs over the years, thousands on that. Just wasting my money. Like, I could have had all that money and I just completely wasted it. I could have been putting that into a mortgage or something. Regrets. Yeah, money is a thing as well in life, isn't it? It gets you. You get trapped by money. Then you work a shitty job you can't escape because you don't have enough money to escape it, because you don't have enough money to start a course. Sad but true. So yeah, once you escape the incel thing, it's just another problem comes up, which is money. The poor thing comes up. So that's kind of awkward. I don't know what I'm going to do. I joined a lottery site there, and I tried like joining syndicates. I tried like playing different lotteries because I thought my karma would pay off with that, and yeah, I didn't really win anything at all. So I just lost like a couple $100 playing the lottery, which was stupid. So I just keep wasting my money. I'm going to stop that now. I don't want to get addicted to gambling now and lose every cent I have on gambling. I've always been a gambler, but like my granddad is a big time gambler as well. I've always been a risk taker gambler, but it hasn't really paid off for me to this point, unfortunately. That's why I take risks like this. This is why I upload myself. But yeah, as I said, I didn't have anything to lose, and I still kind of don't have anything to lose, so I might as well go through with this and get my story out there. And I'm happy that I'm in a relationship. I would be happier if it was a real life relationship, but it's online, and I still treat it seriously, and I still will not cheat on my girlfriend. I will not, I will be loyal to her, and she'll be loyal to me. She told me that, and she likes me a lot, and I like her a lot, so nothing's going to change there, as far as I can see, till the foreseeable future. I mean, I hope she doesn't change her mind when she sees me in worse light, in worse lighting, when she sees me in real life. I hope she still likes me. I'm sure I'll still like her, like 100%. I don't think there's any issue there whatsoever. She sounds, I heard her voice as well, and she has a really nice voice, so she thinks she has a bad voice, and she thinks she looks bad. I mean, that is mental health problems. Like I had image issues, but with her it's like, everything about her is, she's kind of down on herself about it, but she shouldn't be, because she has a wonderful voice. I love her voice. It's a beautiful voice, and she is attractive and cute, and has a wonderful personality as well. And I resonate with her, and I relate to her, so it's just perfect. I couldn't imagine anyone better that I could have come across, so I won't be, like, I don't want to be with anybody else. I want to be with her, and I'm glad she feels the same way. Anyway, that's enough. I know you don't want to hear this. I mean, other people don't want to hear this probably. This is like a personal message for her. But I should move on to the vlogs now and actually address like Monday or Sunday and Monday, because I missed Sunday and Monday. So on Sunday, did some training, did clean and jerks, but my back and hips were very sore, so I didn't get very far in clean and jerks, unfortunately. I still have that nagging back pain, which really is aggravated on cleans. So I got to about 102, and then just, I couldn't do 105 at all, so I just left it at 102, which wasn't great, obviously. Did some pulls, they were also sore in my back, but I managed to, tighten my core more, and managed to power through those and do 115 for 4, 125 for 3, 135 for 2. Then I did deadlift 150 for 2 by 2 reps. 2 sets even. And after that did some press. Didn't go very heavy on press. My presses got a lot weaker as well. Only got to like 75. Did 3 reps at 73, which was really weird, so it was a really sharp drop off. Last week I did 77, so it's already, strength has dropped quite a lot. But then I did behind the neck press, and they were okay. I got to 60 I only went 62 on those actually. Did 3 reps. Then I did some dumbbell presses. I don't know the exact weight, but it's over 50 kilos each hand, so I was pretty good at that. Not 50 kilos, what am I talking about? No, it would have been 50 kilos each hand. It would have been 10, 20, 30, maybe 35 kilos each hand probably. 35 to 40 kilos each hand. So that was pretty good. I mean, I think my dumbbell press is better than my actual barbell press right now. Even though I don't even do dumbbell press hardly. I did it last week and I did it this week, that's it. I'm just a bit more comfortable with dumbbells at the moment for some reason. But yeah, I did a couple of sets of those around that sort of weight. I'll splice in the footage anyway. Then I did some sit-ups and hyper extensions. I'll add that footage in as well. Just 1 set of each. I mean, I did 3 sets of each, but I'll add 1 set of each for you to, you know, watch what I actually did. Then I did some hanging upside down and some upside down sit-ups and some weird exercise where I'm pulling the 2 dumbbells towards me while hanging upside down. So I don't know what that's good for, but it feels good. So that was it for Sunday's training. And then first meal was steak, eggs, onions and a mushroom and some melon. Second meal was tuna soup, an avocado. I think that was it actually. And then third meal was sweet potato, 2 salmon steaks, cabbage, broccoli and Brussels sprouts. That's all I ate yesterday, so I didn't eat too much yesterday. Should have probably ate more. And I will splice in the footage of my training here. Getting lost here. and I will splice in the footage of what I ate on Sunday here. And today, which is Monday that I'm recording this at 10 to 3 before I go to work, a lot of time has been used up by talking to people, by talking to my girlfriend online. Obviously takes up a lot of time. You know, you don't realize these things also take up a lot of your time. I mean, I don't know how do people manage with like many friends, if they have 50 friends or something crazy. I really don't know how people manage it. And like, there are people with so many friends and families, and they have hectic jobs, and I mean, it just must be chaos, completely chaos, like constant go. There's like no pause in their life. Whereas me, I've been so paused in my life. There's been nothing in my life. It's been so empty. I'm sure there's people who would probably kill for that. So you always want in life what you don't have. And then when you do get it, you're like, oh God, why did I not appreciate that when I had it? It's a joke. We always want what we don't have. And then when we do get it, it's like, oh, I wish I could go back to those times. But I obviously don't wish I could go back to being alone completely and, you know, isolated in my room. But I mean, there's pros and cons to every situation. Yes, there's pros and cons to every situation. There's pros to being alone in your room. You get peace, you get quiet, you enjoy yourself, you watch stuff. But obviously to a point, like you reach a point where that becomes meaningless and empty, and you need other people in your life, because you do need other people, because it's just a basic human necessity. It's what we yearn for. Because we would have had to support each other and look after each other in tribes. We had to have our own roles to play in tribes. We would have, you know, you couldn't just go off and live on your own. You wouldn't survive back then. Like now you can do it, yeah, because of the infrastructures we have in place. But back in the hunter-gatherer times, you couldn't have done that. Anyway, Monday today, what did I do? Well, as I said, I was talking to my girlfriend for like 3 hours online on voice chat. We had a good chat about life and you know, all her, what's going on and what happened to her in the past, because I don't know as much about her as she knows about me. So I'm talking about our future plans and when we're going to meet, and, you know, trying to figure out a date. And my throat's getting worn out because I've been talking way too much. I'm not used to talking this much, but I obviously have built up to this by talking on video and doing videos, which helps a lot. And doing Let's Plays for years, like, if I used to be able to talk for like an hour and my voice would go dead because I was so not practiced at speaking. I would go to places and I wouldn't speak. I would go to school and I wouldn't speak all day. I wouldn't say a word for like weeks, unless someone said hello to me or, you know, directly asked me a question. So yeah, for years I barely spoke, and I obviously got very out of practice with speaking, but I have a lot more practice now. I made at least 1,000 videos on my Let's Play channel speaking, doing Let's Plays, and you can probably, if you go back to my original Let's Plays on that One Exploits channels and you watch them, you can see the difference in my voice from then till now. It has definitely evolved, it has definitely improved. My speech has improved, my mouth movements have improved, my muscles and my face have improved because I didn't use the muscles in my face at all. I had a stoic expression all the time. I never expressed my face. I never used my facial expression muscles, like ever. Unless I was angry or walked about like this, you know. That was it. Trying to mean mug people, you know, trying to be a tough guy, but obviously I wasn't a tough guy. I was not anything like a tough guy. I was an idiot. An ignorant, stupid idiot that wasted his life. And now I realise that. I wish I'd realised that younger, obviously. Wish I tried to turn things around when I was younger, but here we are. Better late than never, right? I still have a long way to go, and yeah, it's late in the day for me. Hopefully I can warn other people not to go down that route, because if you go down that route, it's so hard to dig yourself out of that hole and get back on track, because, you know, if you're step by step in it, you're not so deep in the hole. You're already working your way up, whereas if you fall in the hole, you have to work your way out of the hole first before you can start building. You know what I mean? Anyway, back to Monday. Today, as I said, I was talking to people all day pretty much, and Monday, what else? Oh yeah, I have to go to work today, obviously. and I'll show the rest of my meals. Okay, this is meal 1 on Monday the 4th of February 2019. So got some salad, some Roquefort, it's just mixed salad with Roquefort, some pickles, some pimento stuffed olives, and avocado, half an avocado. Then we've got some chicken thighs and a little bit of ketchup. That's it. Okay, meal number 2. Got this ginger and carrot soup with avocado, half an avocado, and a tin of and 2 chicken legs. That's about it. Doesn't look like much, but it should keep me going. Pea protein with vegetable powders. I didn't do any training obviously today. I've been very busy talking to people and then have to go to work as well. I didn't take any Phenibut. That's another thing. I took Phenibut. I forgot to mention. The last day I was in work, I took 3 Phenibut tablets, so that's 750 milligrams. But I didn't really notice that much of a difference. From the 250 milligram dose, I didn't notice that much of a difference. It didn't make it social god mode, that's for sure. I think I'm very resistant to drugs and the effects of drugs. I don't know why, but I am that way. Maybe it's because I'm so awake. People that are more in a sleep state would be more affected by things, I think. Whereas I don't want to get prideful or egoful about that, but yeah, I am a lot more aware and awake, especially I've had social anxiety for years. I've been too hyper aware. That hyper awareness that makes you anxious. You see everything around you and you just can't handle it. It's just too much. That's how it has been. But obviously I've learned to manage it over the years. It's my cross to bear, so I have to manage it. I have to live with it, and you have to learn to deal with it. That's it, simple as. And I have, and I will continue to. And I'll continue to try to improve. I'll continue my NoFap journey. As I said, this is NoFap day 122. Yesterday was day 121. So no problems there. Still haven't had a wet dream since the end of November. So I'm doing semen retention as well. That's like December, January. That's 2 months semen retention. Over 2 months semen retention. So I think that's a record for me also. Don't know whether that's because of hormone imbalances. Obviously there's something, because I don't even hardly get an erection anymore. So it might not just be because I have my desires under control. It might actually be because of a hormone imbalance. I still do get erections, but not like I used to. I used to get one every morning, and as soon as I woke up, especially when I was porn addicted, it was crazy. My libido was crazy high. I could jerk off 5-10 times a day. It's just no problem. Non-stop nearly. It was crazy. Like the Hodge twins say, I don't like going into detail, but it's funny. Some people might get a laugh out of this, but because I used to jerk off until for 10 hours a day. I would spend the whole day jerking off sometimes. I was such a delinquent. No wonder I ended up, scuffed like this. And bad light, you would see what I'm talking about. I keep saying that. I'm not fishing for compliments, stop it. Don't give me any compliments, I'm not fishing for them. But yeah, I would jerk off, I'd have 10 tabs open on different pages. I'd have Pornhub, I'd have, what do you call it? What are the other ones? Tube, whatever. Chatterbait up, and live, the live ones, and I'd have some other thing, Mflix or something up, and RedTube, and I have 10 different tabs all over 2 screens, and all the screens would be full. every inch of every screen would be full. I would drag the video, so it was this is how bad my perversion got. That was the height of it. Everything you could imagine all across 2 screens. So it was ultimate dopamine release. I was like a dopamine fiend to the nth degree. And yeah, I would spend hours jerking off and edging. You just stop before you come, and then you edge again, and then you stop. Then you edge again, and then you stop. And my dick obviously swole up it was a big bright red strawberry. Like the Hodge twins say, it was like a big bright red strawberry. it would go down after a couple of days, but it would be swollen. It would be swollen up for a couple of days. Well beaten, because I had a death grip too. I would death grip it, and that was not good. I never used lotion or anything. I just death gripped it. It's like a death grip. So I must have wrecked my, my penis, whatever you want to call it. That's a more adult-oriented story, obviously. And it used to be really sore, and my balls would get really sore after it. I got like ball ache actually from doing that. So luckily that's gone away with me on NoFap. I never want to go back to being that way. I never want to go back to being that way. That was totally, I don't know how I let it get that bad. I just totally give in to my desires, totally give in to, laying down and rotting and giving into my pleasures and seeking instant gratification. So obviously I was not going to be too confident doing that. Like, that was like the worst. I don't know if anybody, probably there has been people that bad, but like, I can't believe I was that bad. I was like demon possessed with it. It was a demon on my back for years, and I'm so thankful that I've seen through that, and you too can see through that. If I've been to the worst of it, I've been the most unimaginably perverted and unimaginably, like having 10 tabs open plus sometimes 20 tabs open. Not just tabs open, I had hundreds of tabs open at a time, but what I could fit across the screen was about 10 tabs worth on 2 screens. And then just looking all over this trying to find the best scene and listening, and just terrible. Like, can't believe I was that bad. I was that brainwashed. I was that brainwashed by sex, and lucky I saw through that illusion before it was too late. Like, I went down that rabbit hole too far. I did get like into some stupid stuff. Just it gets worse and worse and worse. It just gets worse. Don't know if I should go into details. I might get a laugh at this, I suppose. So I don't want to trigger myself though now either by talking about this stuff. That's what can happen. You can trigger yourself by going back to the past and digging up the past and reliving it. Yeah, I was just really addicted to porn, and like the stuff, it just got worse and worse. I went down further and further down that rabbit hole. The more years passed, started off with normal porn obviously, and just like, I think it started when I was 12. I was watching like Asians, just naked Asians, and then yeah, it started with Asians. I saved it to a floppy disk, and then it progressed from there on to worse stuff. Anyway, I shouldn't really go into too much detail with that. The worst stuff, if you can imagine the worst stuff, just like hardcore, super hardcore stuff, just got stupid to a point where it's just stupid. Like, it's ridiculous. Glad I got past it anyway, and I can move on. I don't want to feel that way anymore after watching that stuff and wasting your seed. You just feel awful after it, and you feel awful when you go outside, and you feel awful about yourself. You feel awful for objectifying people like that, and people shouldn't be objectified. You should be with someone because you like them, because you want to be with them. You should be with someone because you love them, because you care about them, because you have stuff in common, because you can talk to them. It shouldn't be about, oh, look at this, they have nice tits, they have nice ass, they have nice bits, whatever. I mean, that's just stupid. Like, it's just flesh and bone, it's just blood. Might look good to you, you might be under that illusion that it looks good, but most of it looks hideous, really, in reality, if you look at it. When you take the fancy lighting off it, when you take the makeup and everything away, and you're left with, when people get diseases or they get STDs, if you ever look at like, blue waffle, you've seen that one, the infected vagina, that's pretty disgusting, to be honest. So you gotta expose yourself to stuff like that. I mean, I don't do that now, obviously. I'm on NoFap. I don't want to trigger myself in any way. I know that would trigger me oppositely. That would make me, turn me off that stuff anyway, which is good. But I mean, if you're having problems with NoFap, you can go look that stuff up. Maybe it would help you. Look up sexually transmitted diseases. Look up all the nasty stuff, the other side. You have to see both sides. You can't just see the pretty side, the polished side, the Photoshop side, the perfect lighting side. I mean, you have to see the other side, the ugly side as well. There's an ugly side. The negativity, the bad things that happen to people, and blood and the surgeries, whatever. Anyway, this is Monday, NoFap day 121, staying strong with it, so I don't want to talk too much about porn, obviously. Get sucked back into that mindset. You don't fight it, you just let it pass anyway. I don't think there's anything else I wanted to say, just I'm progressing with my online girlfriend. I hope she hopes I stay interested in her, and she's always saying, like, I hope you don't leave me if all these women come along, but trust me, I will not. I'm a very loyal person, 100%. I always will be, always have been. A very honest person, always will be, always have been. Always will be, always have been. Is that right? Yeah. But I just can't help be that way. I have to be that way. I just have to be true to myself, and because I want to build up good karma. I don't want to build up bad karma. I've had enough bad karma in my life. I've suffered enough. I don't want to suffer anymore. I want to make amends. I want to do the best. I want to be, help people and be helpful, and give them something to, something to be hopeful for. Like, if they see my situation and if I can escape it, it can give hope to others that they can escape it too, and how I've overcome, like, being in the worst possible mind state you can possibly imagine, being the worst addict you can possibly imagine, the worst dopamine addict you can possibly imagine, with porn addiction, with video game addiction. If I can escape that, anybody can. Because I was so deep in it, because I was so misled by it, because I just wanted to escape reality, because reality was shit. And to some extent it still is shit, but at least I know how to deal with it now, and I know that trying to escape it, that doesn't work. I mean, you're just avoiding the problem, you're not facing the problem head on, and in life you have to face these problems head on, or else they just get worse. They just fester and grow and grow and grow until it's out of control and it consumes you. Like, that's what happened to me. So if you don't want that to happen, just face your fears and try to overcome them. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? It's Dr. Pepper. What's the worst that can happen? Really, think about it. You'll be dead one day, you'll be gone, everyone will forget about you. What is, none of this really matters anyway. None of it. All that matters is making good karma. That definitely matters. So you should be making good karma, making good memories with people. That's all that really matters. Possessions don't matter, things don't matter. But yeah, you need money in this world, unfortunately, to live a life, to have a house, to have a shelter, to support a family, big time, for a decent, comfortable life. I don't care about possessions, but I'd like, to provide for my family in the future, obviously. So I need money for that under this consumer capitalist society. Unfortunately, there's a lot of scammers out there that want to take your money. Like, I see this advert all the time, Alex Becker. Every friggin' video I click on is Alex Becker. Looked into that, yeah, drop shipping. Everyone wants to scam people out of money to make money. That's not the way to go. Scamming people out of money to make money, and obviously everybody's going to try that. So if you go to try that, it's not going to work for you. You're just going to get scammed out of money by Alex Becker, and they're like trying to sell you a dream. They want over 1,000 quid they want for a course, for all these tools to set up a drop shipping site. Talk about a scam. 1,000 quid for a course. And then he says, oh, think about it as an investment, you're going to make millions. Yeah, selling you a dream. Woohoo. You don't think everybody's at that these days? Everybody's doing drop shipping these days, and people are going to catch on to it. Like, the Chinese are going to catch on to it, and they're not going to sell. They're going to sell directly then. I mean, maybe they never will sell directly. They want to sell in bulk, obviously. That's always been a thing, though, banned from China and reselling. People buy big crates from China, big shipping containers from China, and resell them in the West. They make a lot of profit that way. I don't want to do that because so many people are at it, and it's just, I don't want to scam people out of their hard-earned money. I've been scammed out of my hard-earned money. I know what it feels like. I work very hard for my money. I don't want to be scammed out of my money. And it's just sickening to see all these rich people with Ferraris scamming people out of their money. That's like blood money. They've made their money out of scamming people out of misery, making misery, creating more misery in the world. You're making people miserable so you can be happy. That's not the way to go. You want to make people happy, it has to be win-win. That's what I don't like about consumer capitalism. It's not win-win. Both parties have to win. And how do you do that? It's like, you help people and you make money at the same time. It's a sustainable society. That's the difference. Instead of this throwaway society, this consumer capitalist society, where people are disposable assets. People are people. We all have our value. We all have our place. We all have our skills. We all have our things we're good at. We all have our things we're bad at. No one's really better or worse than anybody. We all have our things we're better at. We all have our things that we're worse at. Some of us are faster talkers, better talkers. Some of us are slow, methodical thinkers like me, not a fast responder. Like I wasn't for years. I was just a good, deep thinker, and no one appreciates that, obviously, in a modern world where you have to be a quick thinker. You have to spit back things very quickly. You have to respond very quickly. But I was never like that. I always took my time and mulled things over and thought about things long term, and went over and over and over things. So I'm an analyst, I guess. Big time analyst, but that's not really helpful in this sort of society, and yeah, it's not an appreciated skill, and neither is empathy. It pays to be a sociopath in a consumer capitalist society. It pays to be someone with no emotions, no empathy, no sympathy. So you're just cutthroat, you're just out for profits, you're just out to make the most money you can and exploit people. That seems to be the way with these Alex Becker people. They're exploiting people for money, and it's a joke, really. He's sitting in his Ferrari talking about, oh, you could be here. I started in the army. You should have stayed in the army. The army's a good career. Army you can make plenty of money out of. There's nothing wrong with the army. Instead of scamming people out of money, it's more honourable than that. But I mean, the army, yeah, you're killing people sometimes, so that's not really honourable. I would rather not. I wouldn't want to kill somebody, that's for damn sure. Take their life just because they have a different ideal than me. But if they are killing other people, then yes, they have to be dealt with. And if they are like a terrorist organization, but they all have their own goals and they all think they're doing the right thing. For the most part, there are horrible people out there that are, they love to hurt people, but then that's because of their upbringing. Probably they had a bad upbringing. They were raped as children or something. They were abused as children, and they're carrying that forward. You can't carry that forward. That's only going to lead to carrying it forward to the next generation and the next generation. Someone has to drop it. Someone has to address it. Someone has to overcome it, and then we can have peace. But some people are sociopathic. They have no emotions and they enjoy hurting people, and that's just a mental disease, obviously, which some mental diseases cannot be cured. Yes, they are, like sociopathy. That's just what you're born with as a sociopath. You can't really help that. You don't have any emotions. You don't have any empathy, so you don't understand people. Like, you hurt someone and you don't understand. You think, I didn't do anything. So you don't have any, you wouldn't apologize to anybody. There's some news story like that. There's this guy, he burnt his fiancée or something, and he didn't apologize to her or anything, and he didn't want to pay her any money. But he burnt her by accident. He poured gasoline on the fire, and it lit up. It exploded in her face and caught under her hair, and her hair burnt, and her face is all burnt. And he says he's obviously a sociopath because he didn't even apologize for that. It was on Monday's video, Monday Forever Alone Monday. One of his recent uploads. That was just shocking. Like, that's how some people are. That's a mental disease. That's a proper mental disease, where a person doesn't have any empathy or sympathy. That's called being a sociopath. And those people are dangerous. Those people are very, very dangerous, and you want to watch out for people like that, because they will manipulate you. They will take you for all you're worth. They will use you. They will not care about you. So you got to be worried, and business is full of people like that, and consumer capitalism loves people like that because they're all out for profit, make the most money possible at any cost. But luckily there are organizations that take care of people and make sure, like, fair trade and things go fairly, and people like that don't, completely ruin the world, though they have ruined this world to a large extent. Trying to scam people out of money for like £1,000 courses for people that probably have no money and are desperate for money, so they go to these things and they pay this money, and then they're even more broke. They're probably going into even deeper debt, and what do they get in return? They get these tools. They get, they get a hope, a dream, which is a dead end in most cases, because everybody would be doing that nowadays. Everybody, if it's out there and people know about it, trust me, everybody is already doing it. So you gotta find a niche, your own niche, and do it. I mean, making helpful videos like this, like I do, that's a start. I don't make any money out of this. I haven't made any money out of this yet. I do need money, but I'm not gonna ask for money. I'm not gonna beg for money. I'm gonna earn my money honestly, through honest means. I'm not gonna scam people out of money by drop shipping and charging people more than the product should cost. Drop shipping, you're not even handling the product. You're just buying a product from a page in China, Alibaba, then you're reselling the product on your own page for like twice the price. So you're taking the $10 off that person. It's like stealing. You're taking $10 off that person and giving that item that was worth $10 to them for $20. That's just like thievery. I don't see how that... It's just a joke, like, and people accept this and people say, oh, it's alright, everybody does it. Everybody jumps in the fire, so let's just all go jump in the fire. Everybody jumps off the cliff, let's all go jump off the cliff. Following the Pied Piper to their doom. That's not the way to go for this world. That's the path to destruction. You want to stay on the straight and narrow, stay honest, stay true. There's something inside you that tells you to do that. And there's a reason for that. That's your God telling you to stay true to yourself, to work out your bad karma, not make more bad karma by making more misery for people. That's what these people are doing. They're making more bad karma for themselves by ripping people off, by exploiting people. That's all I see, like, on these adverts. Every time Alex Becker comes up, every friggin' video. Such a scam artist, and I've seen it so many times before with these video presentations. They're all after your money. They're not after to help you at all. They're not honest people. And it's very sad, and that's the state of our consumer capitalist society. I wish I could do something about it, but it is what it is, and it's not how things should be. Things should be more about helping each other, because we only get one life. Why do you need so many things? Why do you need billions of pounds? Why do you need billions of dollars? Why do you need to scam people out of their hard-earned money so you can be rich while they suffer because you're taking the money off them and not paying them fairly? Such a joke, like. So people get scammed out of money, and rich people get rich from scamming people out of money, basically. That's how this consumer capitalist world works. And obviously I don't like it. The same goes for the pharmaceutical industry. It's like $1 billion industry. They're not interested in healing people. They're interested in making money out of people. So they make these things that, you know, the person lives longer, but it doesn't cure the disease. And that's their main aim. So they keep that person getting that medication, so they keep getting paid. So their interest is in keeping people alive, but not curing people. So that is their interest, keeping people alive, but not curing people. And that's just not right. So I don't know, what can you possibly do about that? That's why consumer capitalism doesn't work at the end of the day. It works to a point. It works for people to chase the card. It doesn't work for humanity, to have actual community and humanity and compassion for each other and caring about each other. It leads to less caring about each other. It leads to apathy. It leads to hatred. It leads to jealousy. It leads to enviousness. You know, all those sins. Hatred, because he's scammed me out of money and now you hate that guy, and that guy's happy he scammed you out of money, so that's evil. And you know, it's a bad scene completely. Anyway, I've rambled on long enough. I think I covered everything I wanted to cover on Monday. I have to go to work here soon. It's 3:30 on Tuesday. Covered my workout, covered my eating, and my online girlfriend, who's one good thing in my life, and I hope she sees things the way I see things, and she does to a large extent. And I haven't really talked to her about like consumer capitalism and stuff, but obviously I'm not a fan. I'd rather live under the system they had in Star Trek, where everything's for the betterment of mankind. Everybody works together for the same goal. Nobody's scamming anybody out of anything, because nobody wants for anything. We have replicators to make food. We have living quarters to live in. Nobody has to buy a house. You can just live in living quarters on the starship. That's what I would love, something like that, and not have to worry about anything. Have your job security, have your relationship on the ship, you know, stuff like that. That would be my dream life, but unfortunately we live in the society we do live in, and you have to deal with what the society is, and it's not a good system for people like me, that's for damn sure, who see outside the system and have been living outside the system for so long. And the only way you can see through the system is by living outside it, because you have perspective on it, as I said before. Yeah, I see the heart's destined to collapse eventually. That's why all countries are in like trillions of dollars of debt, or trillions of pounds of debt. Like UK is in trillions of debt, the US is in trillions of debt. It's a debt-based society, so everybody's basically in debt. It just sucks. Such a bad system. And then the billionaires who aren't in debt, they or the trillionaires, or you know, like the Rothschilds, trillionaires apparently. They could get rid of the world's debt problems, but they take it all for themselves. I don't want to get into conspiracy theories and stuff, because that's just you don't want to go down that rabbit hole. I know I've been there, I've done that, and you just get caught up in that, and you have to worry about your own life at the end of the day and take care of your own things and do what you can do and get your message out there. But I mean, what else can I really do realistically? I'm just stuck here in my room. I have the internet at my disposal. Yes, they can shut me down, they can terminate my videos, they can, you know, they can do that on YouTube now. They've done it to many people, and that's a sad thing as well. It's like 1984 YouTube. You know, there's no freedom of speech here. They shut you down, they demonetize you. It's just sad to see that only their liberal agenda can be pursued, and nobody else is allowed to speak their mind. Like, you can't even have an open debate. They just completely shut you down and terminate your channel, which they have done with many people. Even Vegan Gains there, I don't know why he got shut down recently, but some of his videos are quite inflammatory, I guess. So yeah, I didn't really watch many of his videos, but some of them are good. I watch them occasionally. Anyway, that's going to do it for these 2 days. Hopefully I get this edited tomorrow. It's quite a long video, I know. I went off on a couple of tangents there, so hopefully you enjoyed. Anyway, yep, that's all for now. I won't have as much time because I'm working like overtime. I'm trying to gain resources as much as possible. I need to save up for this nose job on the 23rd, and yeah, my life beyond that, I'm going to need a lot of money. Don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to have to do it, unfortunately. As I said, in this consumer capitalist society, you do need capital, you do need revenue, you do need resources. That's my only problem now. Everything else is falling into place. It's just the money thing. Anyway, I don't want to go on about that too much. I'm not going to be a beggar. I'm not going to beg for money. I'm not going to ask for money. I'm just going to try and do whatever I can do to make money without scamming people, trying to help people. Don't want to repeat myself too much, but yeah, that's about it. So thanks for watching. Till the next time, stay safe, stay positive, and peace out and goodbye.